Good morning, Mavericks. I'm George, and these are your morning announcements for Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please stand for the 30 seconds of silence.
Now watch this message from Mr. Rispin.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. Rispin, your friendly assistant principal, saying hello again. Hey, guess what? I can't believe it. It's almost the fourth quarter. Next week's the fourth quarter already. So we want to make sure we're finishing the school strong, and I wish you guys all kinds of luck. But we need to talk about a couple of things, if that's okay. Let's reminders about what's going on, and let's finish the school strong. So the first thing, obviously, again, is dress code. Still seeing hats and hoodies and lots of super ripped jeans, so we need to tighten that up a little bit. But now that we're getting ready to get warmer, I'm a little worried about the midriffs. We're starting to see that, so make sure we're wearing dress code stuff. We'd hate to see anything happen to you or you guys get in trouble for dress code. So let's kind of tighten up our dress code and be aware when it gets warmer. We got to be kind of a little more aware of that kind of stuff. Second thing is the school kind of environment. It's more dirty than it usually is. The cafeteria is dirtier when you guys leave. There's more stuff on the floor around. So let's just kind of see if we can tighten up, keep our school nice and clean and really kind of a great place to be, okay? Next thing I gotta remind you about is after school. So after school in general, there's a lot of floating around the campus, a lot of people out on the field and being where you're not supposed to be, and it's a supervision issue for us. We gotta be able to supervise you if you're gonna be after school. So if you're here after school, remember you gotta stay either in the class that you're getting your work with your club meetings, in the hub, or whatever you're doing, but we can't have you roaming around the school. We can't have you on the field unsupervised, okay? And then especially on Fridays. We gotta remember on Fridays, there's no late buses, there's no activities after school at all on Fridays. So we can't have you on campus after school on Fridays, okay? We're gonna start off to discipline you guys, and I don't wanna do that, okay? So let's be aware of that, okay? Next thing is the lunchroom, okay? What's going on in the SAC during lunches? First thing I gotta tell you is you only have one meal per person per day, okay? I talked to the cafeteria manager, and he's saying he's estimating between 50 and 80 people every day are getting 2 lunches. And we don't want you to go hungry, but also we want to make sure we have enough food for everybody. And there's been a couple times when towards the end of second lunch, we're running out of food because people have gotten too many lunches type of thing. So let's be careful of that. Also, waiting to get in line. I understand when you walk into the SAC, there's a big, huge line to get the food, and it's kind of a pain, but what's happening is you're waiting so long that they're starting to close things down in the kitchen, and then we still have people coming in. So do me a favor, get in line right away, or don't wait so long, because we're probably going to start closing down the windows for availability once the line is gone. So make sure you're in line in time, okay? And again, I know it's kind of slow, but what we don't want to do is make it even slower by making sure we're writing down everybody's name or their student number and cross-referencing, and that can be kind of a problem. So let's get there. Let's get 1 lunch each, okay? And let's get there in time so we can make sure we get everybody their lunches and in time to eat it. Yeah? Okay. So the last thing actually is kind of a big announcement is ATEC time. Okay, ATEC time is changing. The whole idea of ATEC time was basically an academic focused time for you guys to get help in class and stuff like that, okay? So there's a lot of people wandering around and not being where they're supposed to be. There's people that are not signing up on the L-Timely app, okay? So we gotta take care of that. But here's the big thing is we're not gonna have anybody out on the field anymore starting next week in the fourth quarter, okay? There's gonna be no just going out in the field and hanging out. Okay, you're gonna have to be in a classroom or in one of the assigned things. Now, the PE teachers could still, depending on their activities and their thing, they could still be assigning different things, but as a rule, we're not gonna have anybody out on the field at all. Frankly, it's just not safe. There's rocks and concrete, and it's just horrible. And someone's gonna get injured and we're liable, so we're not gonna have anything on the field anymore. Even the PE people are gonna be moving to different places during their PE classes. So no field starting next week, no ATEC time field. That's kind of a big one, okay? So we want you not to be wandering around, and we're in the process of transferring ideas for next year, and we're trying to see how ATEC time is going to morph for next year. And one thing that could happen is like a homeroom situation where instead of being able to go to a certain class because you need help in math or you need help in English or whatever the case is, or you want to go to the art room, instead of having that, we could assign homerooms, and we don't really want that. So this last quarter is going to be kind of your opportunity to make your case for keeping an ATEC time to where you have the freedom to get the help you need or on around, okay? No decisions are made yet, but if you want to have an opportunity to do what you need to do, then we need to have you kind of focus in on where you're supposed to be at ATEC time. No wandering around, no hanging out in the atrium, all that kind of stuff, okay? So that's kind of it. I know it's kind of a bummer. Whenever you see me, I got to kind of remind you about stuff, but I love you guys. I love the school, so just keep up the good work, and have a great rest of the fourth quarter, and let's finish the year strong.
Once again, I'm George, and these have been your morning announcements for Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. Have a great day, Mavericks.